Good morning, Get Wrecked for Recovery crew. So it's day 31 of the Redeeming Eden Cycle Tour. RECT, Get Wrecked for Recovery, a 48-state 4-year ride for addiction recovery awareness. Each day I pedal for someone who's passed away from addiction, and the whole end goal is to build a rehab. And this is state 34 and a half, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, on the ride to RAGBRAI 2022. A 4,500-mile loop around the Midwest, Ohio to Erie Trail, Upper Peninsula, Glacier National Park, Yellowstone National Park, and east to RAGBRAI the last week of July. And it's all to raise awareness that addiction recovery options are available, that you don't have to die in your addiction. There's churches, Celebrate Recoveries, and rescue missions all over the nation, all over the world that just want to help you and talk to you and love you if you find yourself battling addiction. So yeah, yesterday was crazy. I had to pack up in the rain. Didn't really talk about anything yesterday, but I was into the wind all day. Like, it was a fight. One of the largest fights I've had on the bike with the wind. I don't think there was ever a time I was not into the wind. I think even when I made the turn into town, into Marquette, I was still in the wind. But that's all good. It was totally worth it. However, you know, you got to take everything out, dry it all. I had to wash clothes. I had to order pizza. It makes the next morning a little bit complicated. But that's all good. I'm going to be out of the hotel by 11 o'clock. I'm going to try to head about 50 miles west. I'm 250 miles from Duluth, Minnesota. And I'd like to do 50 miles a day, but I do know it's going to get super hilly. I'm still on target for Glacier National by May 25th. I've got to do 41 miles a day, so I'm in a good zone. But I would like to make up some extra miles so I get some zeros back if I need them. I'm sure there's going to be some weather-related events between here and there, and I don't even know if Glacier is going to be open when I get there. So I'm trusting God for all of it. And yeah, I'm going to pack up all of this mess. It is crazy how much mess one can make cycle touring, especially when you have to take every single thing out and dry it. It does look like rain in the forecast tonight, and it does look like I'll be stealth camping. I hadn't even had a chance to braid my beard yet, but that is the goal. Looks like there's food here, then food like 27 miles in. And then, yeah, just kind of see how it goes, and you'll see more of that right about now. All right, so just rolled in here to Burger King. That's quite a hill to climb to get up here. It was a really big hill from the lake, from Lake Superior all the way up. That was a super cool thing yesterday too, seeing the fourth lake on this journey. But I stopped at another food place back there. I don't even remember what it was at this point. Dairy Queen Grill and Chill, and the lobby was closed. So I did find food here, and it's interesting. After more studying, I'm kind of entering a food desert through the rest of the Upper Peninsula, maybe into Wisconsin even a little bit. So food always tastes so much better when, like, you know, it's the last warm meal you're really gonna get. Like, I'm gonna have to pack subs and stuff and eat dehydrated meals. Like, that burger was good. Anyway, I am going to get on the road, and you'll see more of that right about now.
Boy, my legs are on fire. All the end of the wind in the hills yesterday. I'm gonna zoom in right here so you can see. But that's Lake Superior out there in the distance, and it is massive. I've been coming up, up, up all the way up to this point. Slow, just steady uphill climb for the last few miles. And looking back across that lake, it looks like it's up at eye level with me. Like it's massive. Like it's scary big. Anyway, I think this is the end of like the big climbing. I'm gonna have a lot of hills, but getting up to here was a lot of work, but it was worth it. So anyway, I'm gonna keep moving down the road and you'll see more of that right about now. Okay, nope, that seems to be the top of the hill. I have gone 585 feet up over 4.75 miles. That's over a 10-story building every mile. It's not Blue Ridge Parkway steep where it was like a 20-story building every mile, but still, it's just a lot of work to climb like that. Plus, it's cold. So I'm like getting wet, and it's like cold outside, so that's also not good. Either way, I hope I've got some time to just kind of level out and dry out, but I can still see the lake like it's at eye level. That's radical. I think they might have mislabeled this. I can't find the lake. I'm looking all over for it, but there is no water out there. There it is. You know, to be so much empty space out here, that's an awfully small lake. Alright, so I just rolled in here to McDonald's. I was going to go to a place called Sherry's, and it's just too much farther down the road. I was needing a cup of coffee to warm up, and I'm exhausted from climbing that hill. It looks pretty flat for the rest of most of the way, but there have definitely been much larger hills than I've been going through. So just my legs got to get back used to it. There's muscles in my calves that I hadn't used in a while. It'll all get better, but either way, I'm gonna keep pressing west. I don't think I'm gonna make it as far as I wanted to make it today. I wanted to go 50 miles to like a roadside park, but there's a couple state park options, there's a couple of different things, and then there's always stealth camping, and so I'm just gonna have to find a spot that will work. And so I think I'm going to ride until I find that spot. I doubt I'll go much farther than about 19, 20 miles, and I'm 12 in, so maybe a 32-mile day. But I'm going to keep my eyes open for it and get the tent set up and take a nap. I am exhausted. I slept really well last night, but I tell you what, climbing that hill, getting that wet, cold feeling, and then riding down, you know, from there, it's one of those days. So I'm going to do that, and you'll see more of that right about now. Okay, so this is definitely a possible option. There's like a tree limb across the way up there. It does not look like too many people are using it. There's some relatively old four-wheeler tracks. They don't look anything, nothing looks fresh. But I don't have my boots on, so it's currently not an option. I'd have to boot up to go. So I think what I'm going to do is go down to the state park and just feel it out and see if they're open. But I saw this kind of on the map for a ways. It's this trailhead here. And if it's not open, or if I can't do, you know, whatever there, then I'll come back here. So yeah, I'll figure it out, and you'll see more of that right about now. Well, apparently it's closed for the season, and I really can't figure out why. I don't know why they would close a park like this for the season. There's no way I'm going through that. So, looks like stealth camping's on the menu for this stormy night. Yeah, I'm gonna pull back out here to the entrance and like do some more calculations and look at some of the planning that I've already got laid out. This is definitely a no-go. Boy, I tell you what, you can't make this stuff up. God is so good over and over and over again. I'm happy as a lark. So, of course, as you can see, Van Riper's definitely not going to work. With the storm coming in, I just called the closest motel. I was like, okay, gotta bite the bullet. I hate to spend the funds, but there's really, you know, there's nothing else I can do. So I called her, and her name's Nicole at the Maple Ridge Resort. And I told her, I said, hey, look, I'm here at Van Riper. It's like totally closed now. She said, oh yeah, it's not, they don't open until later. So I said, well, I don't know what to do. I'm riding a bike, 48 states for addiction recovery awareness. You know, I always hate to spend money on rooms. Like, I can do campground money. I can do all that kind of stuff. I feel totally cool with all that. But what is the lowest absolute rate you could do for the room? And she said, well, how about you just come on down here and I'll give you the room for the night. So Nicole, oh my goodness, I cannot wait to meet you. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, I'm just like, this is so cool. I love to see God show up like this when I'm in need. Like, you know, nothing about any of this feels stealth campy anywhere around here. I mean, it does, it's woods, but every bit of woods has snow under it. If I have to bite the bullet at some point, I'm going to, but it's just so neat to see when I cry out and don't have any idea what to do, that God's already got it laid out ahead of me and planned, and through people like Nicole and Maple Ridge Resort. So let me get down there so I can get this video out to you guys so you can see it soon, because this is exciting. Our Redeemer, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. This is so cool. Well, y'all, I was not prepared for this. So, kitchen, living room. There's more room than I have that I can do with. A bedroom with 2 beds. a bathroom with bathtub and shower. And the master suite. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Nicole. So Nicole came up. She had some of her kids with her, and she brought me some Dead River coffee from Marquette. She said that's their favorite. So you can, I don't know if the exposure will be blown out. Let's see if I can get it to, yep, so you can see out here, it's just a big lake. And so a lot of their clientele will be snowmobilers that'll come out here during the winter. And then this is kind of her downtime where she's waiting on the ice to melt so fishermen will start coming in. So there's really not much going on. She actually said there's some quilting people next door to me. So I mean, I just ended up being here at the right time of the year to miss like their busy season. And she was like, well, hey, I want to help you out. I want to put whatever you were going to spend on the room toward, you know, what you're doing. And so you can have the room for the night. And it's not just a room. I mean, you saw it. So thank you so much, Nicole. I'm overwhelmed. If you're ever on the UP, look, come give this place some business and thank them. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I mean, I'm looking out a picture window of that lake. It's just, you cannot outgive God. Every time these things start to happen, I'm just like, in my mind, y'all have to understand what it's like to be riding a bike and not knowing where you're going to go. And in my mind, I'm always just like, man, how is it going to work? You know, like I have 100 options. Stealth camping was number one because it's what I wanted to do. But as I got farther and farther, it was snowier and snowier and snowier. And I don't even know how to deal with that. Like I was going to have to put on other shoes to be able to just take my bike to somewhere to find something without snow to put my tent on. So just, it's amazing. God is so good. So good. And through people like Nicole, like, man, if you're ever on the UP, seriously, come give these people some business. So I'm going to end the video so you guys can see this tonight. Man, I'm overwhelmed. Yeah. So if you know anybody who's passed away from addiction in any form or fashion, please drop their name in the comments or find me through the Papa link in the description, and I would love to ride for your person and celebrate their life with you for a day. If you know anybody who's actively addicted, anybody in general, share this with them. Thank you so much, Get Wrecked for Recovery crew, every one of you that is liking every video, commenting on every video, and sharing every video, the trifecta. I appreciate you guys. The analytics are loving it, and I am too. We're building subscribers faster than the channel's ever built subscribers before. So thank you. And don't forget, Redeeming Eden is a nonprofit ministry through International Gospel Outreach. That link is also in the Papa link, and you can go there and find out more about Redeeming Eden and about the Cody Jordan Forever Funeral Fund, which is a fund I set up to help families that lose loved ones to addiction with paying funeral costs. So yeah, from here at the Maple Ridge Resort in Michigamme, Michigan, state number 34.5, the Upper Peninsula. I love you guys. Jesus loves you. I'll see you later. Have a good night.